Welcome to Paris 2020, the games of the 17th Paralympiad, and most specifically to Porte de la Chapelle Arena, which is the setting for the Powerlifting, and the women's up to 67 kilo and men's up to 80 kilo competitions are taking place in this session. There it is, the scene is set for the big lifts to come, and the crowds filtering in as well in this arena. It is one of the only new venues here for Paris 2024, and the women's up to 67 kilo competition will kick things off. This is one of the fastest growing Paralympic sports in terms of participation anywhere on the globe. It's now practiced by more than 100 countries. It is considered the ultimate test of upper body strength, in which these athletes right here could lift upwards of 3 times their body weight. There are 4 new Paralympians. There is a bronze from Tokyo in the French legend Suhad Ghazouani, who is at her 6th Paralympic Games. There's the gold medalist Tan Yu Jiao, and there is Lucy Ejike, her 7th Paralympic Games, and moving up to this weight division, already being a world record holder, well, once upon a time, in the weight category below. There is a visible increase in red, white and blue here in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, because arguably the greatest para-powerlifter to ever do it in Suhad Ghazouani is going to be taking to the stage once again. Well, there are the records that are there to be broken. Tan Yu Jiao, who is competing today, has the Paralympic record dating back to 2016, but as you can see, her recent form betters even that. She is the world record holder, and if there's one thing that we've learned about our time in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, across all sports, men, women and disciplines, that records should be shaking in their boots. Our referees, represented by Malaysia, Greece and chiefly Italy, with Chiara Cifarelli, the chief referee, who'll be stationed at the head of the bench, and the left and right referees. You can see right there, positioned to the side, all taking in various angles so that they can be the best judges as to what is a good and what is an O-lift. Now time for one of the great sights and sounds of both the Olympics and the Paralympics at Paris 2024, the coup de baton, which calls attention to the performance to come, derived from the great theatre days of the French capital, Paris. Three strikes of the baton from bronze European junior champion Julien Avon-Mboume sets the tone and calls the audience to roar, for the para-powerlifting is about to commence. My name is Joe Burns, and alongside me for this is Pete Selby.
Our first athlete is about to make their entrance onto the stage. Get set for some powerlifting in this session, in this weight category. The women's up to 67 kilogram. I suggest later in the competition we could be setting some records, but for now, our first athlete makes their their way to the stage. Kim Hyung-ri, Republic of Korea, is on stage. 80 kilograms is on the bar. 3 referees are in position to the left, to the right, and the chief referee behind the head of the athlete, who has those 2 minutes once the name has been announced, and they can use that 2 minutes in however which way and form they like, as long as they are ready to lift and start the lift inside that 2 minutes. Get settled, sight themselves up, maybe a bit of calm, get in the right position, and then all of a sudden explosive power. Waiting for at least 2 of 3 white lights. There we go. There's the 3 white lights. So it is a good lift. We only need 2 of the 3 referees to say it's a good lift. And if one of the referees, or maybe more, say it is a no lift, there will be a reason, whether it's to do with the press, or with the stop sequence, and we'll explain those as we go through the competition. But 5th place in Tokyo for Kim Hyung-ri, who's underway with a good lift here in Paris. All looked rather easy. The 50-year-old lifted 111 in Tokyo. Starts with 80 here.
Kasturi Rajamani of India is taking to the stage and this bench for the first time in her Paralympic career. 40 years old, she has finished 5th at the Asia Para Games in recent years and 10th at the World Championships in Dubai in 2023. Does her lifting at the Tamil Nadu Club back in India. And here, taking to the bench for her first attempt. 106 kilos on the bar for Kasturi Rajamani. That was a lift that felt controlled, but the referee's unhappy with the press sequence on that attempt. 2 of the referees, the chief and the right side referee, pressing the red light button. So Kasturi Rajamani will have to wait for her first good lift on Paris 2024. But certainly a foundation with which to improve. It's been a journey of progress throughout her career, from those Asian Para Games to the World Champs and now here at the Paralympics. No lift this time, but more to come.
The volume turns up. Souad Ghazouani of France. 42 years old now. A whole wealth of experience and also medals as well. Former Paralympic champion from London, 2-time silver and 2 times bronze medalist. 2 times world champion as well. An illustrious career. Huge anticipation in the Porte de la Chapelle arena for Souad. 125 kilograms is on the bar in round 1. Listen to the roar of support for Souad.
Stop!
There's the roar, and that is why 3 wide lights and a good lift for Zouad Ghazouani. The majority of the crowd have come to see and cheer on to a possible another medal. Well, that's a fantastic start to her competition. The French icon is underway in Paris with 125 kilograms in round 1. More will be attempted. More roars as we go through the competition, but for now, Zouad Ghazouani is sitting at the top of the leaderboard at this early stage, and it was all very measured, controlled, and then the press and the power came into play.
Here comes Kudratoy Toshbulatova of Uzbekistan, 28 years old, and just one of a host of incredibly impressive lifters hailing from Uzbekistan. They have a number of competitors in this Paris 2024 powerlifting. A lot of P's in this sport. She comes here with this being her first ever powerlifting Paralympics. She's not been in the sport as long as many others. Took it up first in 2018, but is a committed trainer. 14 hours a week she puts in to hone her craft and to prime her muscles. Her debut lift at a Paralympic Games. Strapped in by her coach, who will assist her with the initial lift off the rack.
Stop!
Get there!
Kudratoy Toshbulatova makes it a good lift on her first ever Paralympic efforts. 2 white lights from the referees. Just the chief referee taking issue with the stop part of the sequence. That's signified, I'm not sure if you caught it, an orange light on the board as she went past. There are 3 elements to the sequence. They've got their eyes on the down sequence, the stop there where it needs to touch the chest and be stationary, and then the press with the full arm extension.
Entering the arena, Maria de Castro of Brazil. 30 years old, Paralympic debut. 5th in the World Championships last year, that was in Dubai. It was also the team event and a very strong Brazilian team. Finished in 2nd with a silver medal, part of that team. There's Maria. Has been lifting for only 5 years. Trains for 3 hours a day. And De Castro in round 1 has 126 kilograms on the bar. Minute to go for De Castro. Round 1.
Stop!
Excellent lift from De Castro. 3 wide lights and a perfect start. Well, De Castro lifted 127 in a recent World Cup event. That was in Tbilisi in June. So 126 is a mighty weight for round 1, but this is the Paralympic Games. And that's a tremendous start in a competition that looks to be very, very fierce for the medals. I know we're talking about round one already, but that's an excellent start for the Castro.
Berta Fernandez Arango of Colombia is the next to take to the bench. Fierce certainly is the word when describing this competition. Already we've had a lift of 125, 126 and another at 126. The same weights that this Colombian will attempt. Scored a bronze in Dubai at the World Championships in 2023 with a 129, so this is eminently within her grasp and her power reserves.
Let's go. Stop.
There is something so pleasing about seeing a well-pressed bar with extraordinary amounts of weight upon it. There's nothing quite like the sight of 3 white lights after a big lift. For Berta Fernandez Arango, 126 mastered. She is in bronze position, with those in gold and silver having lifted precisely the same weight, but by virtue of them going first, they pipped the Colombian for the time being.
Fatma Ilian from a country who provide plenty of not only para-powerlifters but champion para-powerlifters, and the 24-year-old Fatma Ilian has already got plenty of experience in major championships. He's in with a chance of adding her name to that roll call of honor from Egypt, from Cairo. 4th in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, lifted 127 in the lower weight category. Silver in the World Championships last year. Sharif Osman, the great Sharif, is one of her heroes, as he is with pretty much every lifter from Egypt. So the world silver medalist, first lift here in Paris, 130 kilograms on the bar.
Stop.
And 3 white lights for Fatma Ilian. What a great start to her competition. 130 kilograms in what promises to be not only a talented competition, but fairly wide open as well. Best way to start is not only with a good lift, but with 3 white lights. And Fatma Ilian, that lift of 130 will certainly get the attention of every para-powerlifter in this category. The world silver medalist is underway with a great start in Paris 2024.
The great Lucia GK of Nigeria is next to the bench, 46 years old, and taking to the stage for her 7th Paralympic Games. She hails from Enugu in Nigeria, which is loosely translated as the hilltop. Well, She has been to the summit of powerlifting at a Paralympic level on 3 separate occasions. Gold at Athens, gold in Beijing, and gold 2 in Rio. She's moved through the weight classes along her career. And for the first time, at up to 67 kilos, we see her in a Paralympics. But the omens from World Championships are good, because in 2021, in the same class, she scored gold in Tbilisi. This is a big weight for a woman who's held records, claimed golds. And here in Paris has accomplished a good lift with her first attempt in her new weight class. 2 white lights for the great Lucy Ejike. Nigerian para-powerlifting as a whole in a wonderful place with so many exciting athletes from across a spectrum of ages and weight classes. And Lucy Ejike joyously leading from the front, as she has done for much of her career.
That's loaded.
Final lift of round 1 will go to Tan Ujiao of the People's Republic of China. 33 years old, which is quite remarkable with what she has achieved in the sport. 2-time defending Paralympic champion from Rio, from Tokyo, looking to make it 3 here in successive Paralympic Games. 4-time world champion, Asian Para Games champion in a category littered with stars. Classification is up to 67 for the women, with plenty of medals, but that's all in the past. But we're talking about the here and now. Paris 2024. Huge roar from the defending 2-time champion. 134 in round 1 to take an early lead.
Stop!
3 white lights for the defending champion, and Tan Ujiao, the champ, has arrived in Paris. That's the way to start the defense of your Paralympic title. 134 lifted. She's lifted more than that recently as well in the World Cup event in Tbilisi in June. Lifted 137. She'll look to go beyond that mark. The world record holder, Paralympic record holder, is right at the top of the tree once again after round 1. 3 white lights for Tan.
Yes, yes, it's okay. The red one, yes, perfect.
So that's how the leaderboard is shaping up. Look how tight it is at the top, all the way down the table, through a number of mini battles. And in the Republic of Korea, we have Kim Hyung-hui, who was 5th in Tokyo, righting the wrongs of a difficult time in Rio, where she wasn't able to register a good lift. And having got herself into the groove with an 80-kilo attempt, she now throws an additional 10 kilos on the bar and will attempt 90 kilos. She's been at the forefront of the sport for some time now in Korea, having made her debut in 2008, 16 years ago. She has been competing at the top and also acting as a beacon for those following after her in terms of the next generation of Korean female para-powerlifters. And they could learn an awful lot from faultless technique like that. 3 white lights, it doesn't get any better than that. Very controlled in the down sequence. And drawing a bit of energy as well for the young audience who've come to enjoy the para-powerlifting here in Paris. The Porte de la Chapelle, as far as Kim Hyung-Koo is concerned, is 2 lifts attempted, 2 good lifts completed.
Kasturi Rajamani of India, 40-year-old, next on stage in round 2 of the para-powerlifting women's up to 67-kilogram classification. 10th in the World Championships last year. Lifting 101, well, we're up to 106 here. Paralympic debut. Introduced to the sport by a friend of hers who was a parachuter. Next thing she knows, she's entering a competition, and she won that competition. Here she is, Paris 2024, representing India as a 40-year-old. 106 kilograms, round 2. Rajamani.
Stop!
Doesn't matter about the pause on the way up. The lock of the elbows look to be good, and it is a good lift. The stop sequence wasn't liked by the left referee, but that doesn't matter. Got the 2 white lights and has corrected the wrongs of round 1 and has lifted 106 kilograms. She'll be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief after that, remaining in 8th place. Kasturi Rajamani, and now can celebrate. 1 more lift to come, but 106 has been lifted. Paralympic Games. On to the chest. That was a stop sequence, and then on the press, kept on going, and it's all about locking those elbows at the same time. Slightly higher on the left-hand side, but when it came to locking out, it was synchronized perfectly.
Suad Ghazouni returns to an arena with elevated decibels. I mean, she has won so much in the sport, but she's also been richly decorated in French society, including the French Legion of Honor. She has ventured into politics as well to try and exert her influence there. But this is where she truly belongs. This is where she feels almost at one with the apparatus. She's spoken about this being more than a passion, that para-powerlifting is part of her and her life. And here, she goes for a second successful attempt at 129.
Stop!
Wow, everybody in the arena likes what they saw, particularly those in blue, particularly those with tricolores in their hands. However, all three of the judges disapprove on the stop sequence. But it is being challenged. It was challenged immediately by the French coaching team. So this will go to a jury of 3. And they must all agree. And the question is, was the bar stationary? The answer is no. Not motionless on the chest for long enough. There is just a little wry smile and a murmur of disquiet in a slightly partisan Porte de la Chapelle. The bar must make contact with the chest and then be motionless. It can't sink into the chest, but it must be there in contact long enough. And well, did the eyes give it away there from the French greats? Should be back for lift 3.
Kudrytoy Toshplatova of Uzbekistan marches to the bench. 28 years old, lifted 126 in round 1. 131 attempted here. In terms of her major championship career, well, this is Paralympic debut, but elsewhere, Asian Para Games silver. It's a very strong competition in that particular championships, and lifted 116. So this is a huge increase on what she has lifted before getting major championships. She's been lifting for 6 years. Attempting 131 in round 2. This would momentarily lift Toshplatova into the bronze medal position. Looks very focused indeed.
Stop!
Now it's a no lift. Now we have 2 of the 3 referees for the push sequence, and also the stop as well. So a fair few reasons as to why that was a no lift. And they have challenged this. So a lift challenge has been submitted from Kudrytoy Toshplatova, at least her coaches. Again, there's an awful lot to overturn here because 2 of the 3 referees gave problems with the press and the stop. And 1 with just the stop sequence. So again, there's a lot to overturn. It's unsuccessful. So no lift will be the decision. And as so often in para-powerlifting, it is accepted in grace. Real stop, and maybe just the right arm in front of the left when it came to the lockouts.
Brazil's Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro was successful with her opening lift. 126 kilos, along with a trio of them. Including Uzbekistan's Toshpolatova. Immense focus called upon here for a lift of 131, a lift that, as the leaderboard stands, would jump her up into third position, into the bronze medal berth.
Stop!
The going was tough, but she battled through, and the reward was on the other side of the press. Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro,
Track 11.
with a wonderful demonstration of determination and consistent power that endured through the press.
Thank you. Bar is loaded.
Clear stop. And when she wavered, she found strength. And she moves into the bronze medal position.
Berta Fernandez-Arango of Colombia, 131 in round 2. Successfully lifted 126 in round 1. 26-year-old bronze medalist from the World Championships last year. Pan American Game champion of last year in Santiago. Been lifting internationally for Colombia for a decade now. Strapped in by Drez, her coach. Jefferson Pereira there as well.
Stop!
Completing her lift. And a good lift. Well, that took an awful lot of efforts. The press continued. Slowly the bar raised. And we're all waiting for the elbow lockout. And when it came together. And 2 of the 3 referees said, good lift. Very emotional, Fernandez-Arango going back to think about what weight to lift in round 3. It's when the tactics will come in. It'll be a real scrap for the medals. And Fernandez-Arango will be right in there in the battle.
Egyptian Fatma Elian has a successful opening lift of 130 kilos to her name. Now the complexion of the leaderboard has changed somewhat since she got that lift under her belt. Pressure being applied from all angles, with now 131, the weight that will take her to bronze. 132 is the silver medal position. She has 134, which would match the opening lift of the leader, Tan Yui Jiao. She's 24 years old. What a bright future ahead for a woman who is not on her Paralympic debut. She's here for the 2nd time already in her callow career. hydraulic in nature. There wasn't a stutter. And she rises from the bench with a degree of surprise, joy, but I think all who were able to watch and enjoy that lift from Fatma Elian, there wasn't a jot of surprise. A fine, fine lift, and a lift that takes her to second position. She's in the silver medal spot after 2 lifts.
The legendary Lucy Ejike of Nigeria, 3-time former Paralympic champion in various weight categories, 44, 48 at the time, and then 61, Athens, Beijing, and then Rio. Silver medals aplenty as well, world champion on 3 occasions. But this is the here and now in Paris. And the 46-year-old is still right at the top of weight classifications. The women's up to 67. Round 2. This is 137, 132 lifted in round 1. Go to the top of the tree. One more lifter to come in round 2. GK. It's been lifted now for 24 years. All the experience in the world.
Stop!
That's 137 kilograms, but it's a no lift. We've got a press sequence from 2, and also the stop sequence from the left referee. Well, a little bit of a puzzled look on Lucy's face. You wonder whether they're going to appeal here to the jury.
138, track 9.
Find out shortly. So it was a press sequence again by the chief referee behind the head of the athlete and to the right, and a stop sequence from the left. The GK has been around the powerlifting world for so long. She knows exactly whether to appeal or not. So the stop was 1, and then the press again from 2 others. Well, a lift challenge has been submitted. It took a while to be submitted. So a challenge has been lodged by Lucy Ejike's team, and the jury, their decision on the matter will either turn over the decision or uphold the decision, and they're going to uphold the no lift. So the challenge has been rejected. Looking for the press. Just the left arm ahead of the right.
Tan Jiao is heading out, the gold medalist, back-to-back Rio and Tokyo, looking for a 3rd consecutive gold in the up to 67 kilo category. And her medals and her lifts, they tell a trajectory of progress as well. 134 successfully lifted in the first attempt. She claimed gold with 133 in Tokyo. And here on the bar, it's the 138, which is a half of a kilo off her own Paralympic record. Now, that dates it, because you can only go up in solid kilo increments now. You can't go up in halves. So any record with a half means it's been around for a long, long time. Success here means Tan Yujiao will be within a shade of her own Paralympic record, but most importantly, she will reassert her position as the woman to outlift here in Paris.
Stop!
That looked very good. Very, very good indeed. That's exciting. That paints a picture of more weight to come, bigger lifts, bigger moments, and dare I say it, records to tumble.
Rack 12. 95, rack 12.
Clear stop. And then the press. Faultless.
The bar is loaded. Go after the drive.
I'm not the only one clapping. All of us were here in the arena. Tan Yujiao is leading out with that lift of 138. Fatma Elian in silver. Lucy Ajike bumped to bronze for the time being.
Kim Kyung-hao will then shortly for her third round lift. It's been a perfect competition, 80, 90, and now 95 on the bar. Fifth in Tokyo. Been lifting for Republic of the career now for over 15 years. Made a debut only a year after taking up the sport. With a fast rise for Kim Kyung-hao, but now at the age of 50, her third Paralympic Games, round 3, with 95 kilograms on the bar.
Stop!
It looked good, and it is a good lift. Left and right referee saying it's good. And the initial celebration brings out the emotion for the 50-year-old Kim Kyung-hao. And she's warmly greeted by the Porte de la Chapelle Arena crowd. A perfect competition, 80, 90 and 95. And you'd imagine that Kim Kyung-ki would have planned that. That would have been the idea from the offset. Those weights. And she's brought her A-game here to Paris. "50 years old, you wonder whether it might be the last time in Paralympics that Kim Kyung-hao represents Republic of Korea. It's been a fabulous career and an excellent competition. 3 from 3.
Last lift of the competition for Kasturi Rajamani of India. She is secure in 8th. 7th is a reach beyond her lifting capacity. However, for a woman at her first Paralympic Games, she would oh so love to round off her time in Paris with another good lift. 106 kilos was good at the second time of asking. And she completes a lift of 110 kilos in her third and final attempt. Mixed emotions are emitting from all areas of the arena, and I think within herself, Kasturi Rajamani knew all along as well. The stop sequence was the issue there. Not sure if the bar went all the way down to her chest there. Which is a demand of that part of the sequence, demand of the whole lifting sequence, in fact. Kisses to the crowd. 106 will be her best lift. Not a compelling enough contact and length of hold.
Final round lift for Kutlatoy Toshpulatova of Uzbekistan, a country with a rich history in powerlifting. Sports where explosive power is needed. Throwing events would be another. Here we are lifting huge weights from the bench. 133 is on the bar. Now, 133 would, at the moment, move Toshpulatova up into third position, into the bronze medal position, currently from 6th. And by getting a weight in round 3, others could maybe just push that bit higher, maybe too high. And the tactics really come in. What weight shall I go for? So to move temporarily, possibly into third place, Toshpulatova on her Paralympic debut in round 3. Locking out the arms. No lift though. Not too sure whether they were both exactly at the same time. There was a dip on the left side. It caught up, but I'm not too sure whether it was exactly in line with the right when it came to the elbow lockout. Doesn't have to be level, the bar on the way up. And a motion from Toshpulatova. She will remain in 6th place. It's not the way she wanted to finish her Paralympics debut. Just the right side ahead of the left.
Sua Gazuani draws the roars from the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. The most decorated woman in French para-powerlifting. She fell short on her second attempt of 129 kilos, but she knows quite simply now that should she master the 133 that are due to hover above her head momentarily, that she will climb all the way to bronze. There are a number of lifters to go after her, but this would be a wonderful moment if the French great could press 133.
Stop!
Well, for a moment, everybody believed. However, well, the belief grew, the power waned, but certainly not the enjoyment of lifting at a home games for a woman who is here at her sixth, a woman who has blazed a trail for all French para-powerlifters to follow, both male and female. A titan of the sport. Just was not to be. The left side tried to drag the right and vice versa, but the chief referee seeing enough and calling the rack, a calling time on Suad Guzani's Paralympic performance in Paris.
The bar is loaded.
Maria de Castro of Brazil, 131 in round 2, 135 being attempted here. This will move de Castro into the silver medal position. 4 lifters still to go. Steadies herself. 46-year-old, first Paralympic Games. Bronze medalist from the Worlds last year. Pan American champion. With an attempt to move into the silver medal position in round 3.
Stop!
Wasted no time. The crowd like it. She likes it, and the refs like it as well. The referees 2 out of 3 white lights, and it's a good lift for Maria de Castro. And that moves de Castro into the medal places, into 3rd. There's still lifters to come, but that will now put pressure on them. They might be going a lot higher than 133, but they have to perform now because de Castro has moved into the bronze. Wasted no time, and then the power kicked in. Coach liked it. Everybody liked it.
The weights on the bar are hurriedly adjusted because Berta Fernandez Arango has now been forced to try and shift 134 in a bid to surpass the effort of Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro. I'm not sure that the competitors will be enjoying it quite so much, but everyone is loving this in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. The amount of jeopardy, the amount of big lifts, the amount of snakes and ladder movements on the leaderboard are keeping everybody gripped here on the Colombian, who is yet to fail in any of her attempts. 126, 131, and now a 134 that promises a bronze berth for the time being in this final round beckons. It's her first ever Paralympic Games, Fernandez Arango. She craves a medal. She could put herself into contention with one with this lift here.
Stop!
For a moment, it looked like Fernandez Arango had it, but the bar began to list. And the Pan American champion bows out. She bows out with her head held high. And she does so in 5th position. All those watching on at home from Cundinamasa Club, where she trains, will be looking on with immense pride for a performance that so nearly edged her onto the podium.
Well now, Lucia Gike is in 4th place, and to try and move past 3rd, past the silver medal and into the gold medal position, this is a Paralympic record attempt, 139 kilograms. This is what it will take to move to the top of the leaderboard, a Paralympic record. But of course, in doing so, she's chosen to lift heavier than she attempted and failed in round 2. So by attempting this Paralympic record to try and win gold, she's putting at risk a chance of silver and bronze, because she's currently in 4th place. That's how tight the women's up to 67 classification is here in Paris. Paralympic record attempt from the great Lucia Gike. Record has stood since Rio.
Stop!
Told to rag by the chief referee. The bar was swaying to the left and then back to the right. So nearly for Lucia Gike. Paralympic record attempt in round 3 is a no lift, and it means that Lucy will remain in 4th place and out of the medals here in Paris. An amazing career. 3-time Paralympic champion waves to the crowd, but she will not be adding to her medal collection here in Paris. It takes a champion to know and to risk it all for gold, and that's what she did, failing in her attempt of a Paralympic record, and will be a 4th place finish for the great Lucia Gike.
So, to the silver medalists. Guaranteed silver, but is there more for Fatma Elian, who herself is now attempting the Paralympic record held by Tan Yujiao, who is ahead of her as we speak with a lift of 138. Tan Yujiao will still come, but Fatma Elian can take the gold medal position, and she can claim the Paralympic record with a successful lift here. History beckons for the 24-year-old Egyptian. Oh my goodness. We witness history. Fatma Elian, the Egyptian who originally hails from Giza, home of the Great Pyramids, has hit the pinnacle of Paralympic powerlifting. A new Paralympic record, 139 kilos. The gold medal position for now, and just one lift away, one competitor away from finding out her medal destiny. She's done all she can in these 3 lifts. A 4th power lift may come. And you wouldn't bet against the Egyptian lifting more. Ultimate control. And ecstasy alongside.
Well, the calmest person in the Porte de la Chapelle arena looks to be Tan Yujiao of the People's Republic of China, the world record holder, and the 2-time reigning Paralympic champion, finds herself in round 3 with 1 lift to go in the silver medal position. She's attempting 1 kilogram more than Fatma Elian. 140 kilograms. This will be just 1 kilogram shy of the world record. It will be a new Paralympic record for the 33-year-old 2-time Paralympic champion to move back into the gold medal position. She's going to have to break the new Paralympic record. 140 kilograms in round 3.
Stop!
Well, a roar of approval from the crowd, and 3 white lights. We've got a new Paralympic record. She's broken the Paralympic record, which has been held for all of 2.5 minutes. And the defending champion says, I'm going nowhere. 140 kilograms. That's a new Paralympic record for the 2-time champion, Tan Yujiao. Now we are waiting to see if there is going to be any more lifts in the competition. Power lifts are available for Tan Yujiao, Fatma Elian, also de Castro. It's a very intriguing addition.
1-4-2.
Round 3 has been completed. Tan Yujiao sits in the gold medal position. Fatma Elian of Egypt in silver, and Maria de Castro in bronze.
It's the same athlete.
3 minutes have been added to the clock. That signifies there will be another lift. An extra minute has been added on, and it will be 142 kilograms on the bar for a power lift from Tan Yujiao.
Well, the hive of activity at the bar was an indication that more weight was hurriedly being added to that already bulging bar. Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro and Fatma Elian have declined the power lift. They are content in bronze and silver respectively. But Tan Yujiao's appetite for history appears insatiable this evening. A gold is secured, not just any gold, a third consecutive one. The three-peat completes. A Paralympic record recaptured, having lost it in the last round to the silver medalist Fatma Elian. Now, with 142 kilos racked, Tan Yujiao will attempt to break her own world record. Calm descends upon the Paralympic champion. And I think that she may be the only calm heads in the whole entire arena.
Remove the straps, please. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
She's using all the time available. You're permitted an additional minute when you go for a power lift if you've been the last competitor to lift, to give you just that additional 60 seconds recovery. The war cry sounds. Tan Yujiao will go to battle with the bar once again for a new world record.
Start!
Tan Yujiao has another record, a new world record. She beats her own that has stood since 2023. Tan Yujiao, the Paris 2024 gold medalist and an extender of her own world record. She is the queen of the history books in the up to 67 kilo class. And she is the gold medalist at Paris 2024. And I think she's got more in her, but unfortunately, you're only allowed one power lift. Such command of all elements of the sequence, all stages. The stop and the press that never quavered. She knew the second her elbows had locked out. And I think we all did. We waited out of courtesy to the referees, but 3 white lights and a new world record. An incredible competition. We have been spoilt here at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. So many twists and turns, but the eventual leaderboard sees bronze for Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro, a wonderful silver for Egypt's Fatma Elian, who broke the Paralympic record en route. But China's Tan Yujiao not only broke the Paralympic record. She broke her own world record, and she claims glorious gold at the Powerlifting at Paris 2024.
Et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de l'épreuve de Powerlifting féminine, moins de 67 kg.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for Powerlifting women's up to 67 kilo category.
The victory ceremony for the women's up to 67 kilogram category here at Paris 2024. And what a thrilling category it was, with records being broken left, right and in the centre, with not only a Paralympic record but a new world record in taking gold.
The medals will be presented by
Jorge Moreno, responsable de la World Para Powerlifting.
Jorge Moreno, the head of World Powerlifting, awarding the medals.
Madame Dominique Hervieux, directrice de la culture des Jeux
Olympiques. By the director of culture here at Paris 2024, Dominique Hervieux.
Paralympic Games of Paris 2024.
Médaillé de bronze représentant le Brésil.
Bronze medalist representing Brazil, Maria de Castro.
Maria de Castro from Brazil, her first Paralympic Games and a bronze medal winner in a fiercely competitive category, the women's up to 67. And there were many athletes in the final round in with a chance of a bronze. But it was Maria de Castro who held her nerve and also showed extreme strength to lift 133 to cap off a perfect competition, and is rewarded with a Paralympic bronze medal.
Médaillé d'argent représentant l'Égypte.
Silver medalist representing Egypt, Fatma Elian.
A very emotional Fatma Elian, just 24 years old, from Egypt, a country with a very, very rich history in powerlifting, was fourth in Tokyo and now a silver medal, and with plenty more Paralympic Games to come. She broke the Paralympic record in winning silver. That's what it took to win a silver medal in this category. And I'm sure Fatma Elian will win plenty more medals in games to come.
Médaillé d'or, votre championne paralympique pour la Chine.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing People's Republic of China, Tan Zhao.
The great Tan Zhao is the Paralympic champion for the third time. Gold medal winner in Rio, gold in Tokyo, and it's gold in Paris. The competition was fierce, so fierce that Tan had to break her own Paralympic record that was broken only minutes before her final round lift. And then she went further and she broke her own world record with the power lift. For the third time, Tan Zhao is Paralympic champion.
Si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of People's Republic of China.
A smile from Tan Zhao that we've witnessed The gold medal on now 3 consecutive occasions in Paralympic Games. Maria de Castro of Brazil, fabulous bronze medal. Fatma Elian, a Paralympic record breaker, and a silver medal, and a world record for the now 3 times champion Tan Yujiao of the People's Republic of China. She appreciates her fellow athletes and the crowd here at the Porte de Chapelle Arena, and they appreciate an absolute star of powerlifting.
Brazil, Ailton Bento de Souza. Representing refugee Paralympic team, Hadi Darvish. Representing Great Britain, Matthew Harding. Representing Dominican Republic, Jesus Manuel Rodriguez Vallejo. Representing Republic of Korea, Kim Yoo-ho. Representing Iraq, Rasul Mohsen. Representing People's Republic of China, Gu Xiaofei. And representing Islamic Republic of Iran, Ruhollah Rostami. These are the athletes in the men's up to 80 kilo category.
Veuillez, s'il vous plaît, diriger votre attention sur l'écran vidéo. Nous allons sélectionner les arbitres pour l'aire de compétition.
Please direct your attention to the video board as we select the officials for the field of play.
Veuillez accueillir les officiels techniques pour cette session.
Please welcome the technical officials for this session.
Welcome to the Porte de la Chapelle Arena for the Powerlifting and the men's up to 80 kilo class competition. The crowds, as with every venue, every sport, have been treated to sporting excellence. They have seen records tumble, they have seen feats of athleticness that is scarcely believable. And as we continue through the powerlifting program, there is that sense that there is an awful lot more to come. We're here in the 18th arrondissement of France's capital city, the 18e, the home to Montmartre, the promontory overlooking Paris, and it is these men here who are looking to reach the peak of powerlifting in Paris in 2024. A richly talented field of individuals, with Ruhala Rostami racking up 230 kilos for his first attempt, and you can just see by the congestion of some of the opening attempts just how tight it could prove to be as the competition unfolds. That is very much the stage for which this act of powerlifting is set to wow the audiences. And like every great stage, great stories have been written, legends. And in Ruhala Rostami, we have the world record holder with a lift of 241 kilos in 2021 in Tokyo. The Paralympic record is looking like it could be sweating a couple of beads with the prospect of this competition coming for it. It's one of the fastest growing Paralympic sports in terms of participation, powerlifting. It joined the Paralympic family in 1984 when it was introduced alongside weightlifting. But it is since surpassed weightlifting and now stands alone since Atlanta '96 with the sole movement of the bench press. What our referees from Finland, Thailand and Malaysia will be looking for today. Jari Leena of Finland is the chief referee. He's stationed at the head of the bench, whilst the two other referees, left and right, will have equal say in whether a lift is good or it is a no lift. They'll all vote. White means good, red means no. You don't need all three to agree. Majority rules in powerlifting. And that trio there have got their work cut out this session. They are the spotters and loaders. They are charged with racking the bar to the height agreed by the athletes yesterday when they were having their weights confirmed. And they also shuttle the weights on and off the bar. It's a workout in itself to keep the heavy stuff coming, to satisfy the appetites of these extraordinary Paralympic powerlifters. My name's Joe Burns, and I'm joined for the men's up to 80 kilo final by Pete Selby.
Thank you, Joe. Are you ready for powerlifting? Here we go. Men's up to 80 kilogram category. And I think we're in for a bit of a thriller here. Joe was surmising, I think this could be a record-breaking category. Adriano will be the first to lift, and it will be 186 in round one on Côte d'Ivoire. He's a fabulous athlete from Côte d'Ivoire. Fifth in Tokyo, lifting 160, so automatically we're 26 kilograms clear of that. But has competed in many various events, including in the discus throw at World Grand Prix level. Carried the flag in the opening ceremony, that fabulous event at the start of the Paralympic Games in Paris. Such a special occasion for everyone, but especially for Adriano. 186 in round one. To get his competition underway, we're looking for 2 white lights of the 3 referees. 3 would be ideal. The majority rules when it comes to the referee's decision. Looking to lock those arms exactly the same time. At the end of the press, and it's 3 white lights. It's the perfect start for Ano. 186 lifted in round one. And the athlete from the Côte d'Ivoire will be delighted with 186 in round one. Delighted with 3 white lights as well. Heavier lifts to come. Ano is off to a flyer. Men's power on the press, but also that grip as well.
Ailton de Souza is on his way. 39 years old. The Brazilian is here at his 2nd Paralympics. He scored an 8th place finish in Tokyo with a best lift of 182 kilos. The progress in the cycle sees him start his campaign in Paris up at 187. His sporting hero is Ayrton Senna, the great late racing driver of Brazil. But while the bar was heading up in fast fashion like his hero, it began to list towards the end there, and it's 2 red lights from the chief and the right-hand side referee. So it'll be no lift for the Brazilian on his first attempt. A loss of control as it reached the apex. Just sort of the look in the face of not quite sure where that went wrong. He felt he had it. Stop sequence good there on the chest, and just the right-hand side exploded through, and the left was left lagging. And the balance shifted.
Jesus Manuel Rodriguez Vallejo of Dominican Republic is on stage. 35, has been lifting since the age of 29, so still a relative newcomer to the sport, but has been to a fair few major competitions, competed in 2 World Championships, Pan American Games, also European Championships as well as a guest, and it's a career where he's gaining experience all the time. One of the co-flag carriers for the Dominican Republic here in Paris. Tried various sports before settling on powerlifting, gymnastics, wheelchair basketball. And then his coach, Maria Carvajal, is just adjusting the straps, convinced Jesus to choose powerlifting. And I think he's chosen the right sport. 190 kilograms for Rodriguez Vallejo of the Dominican Republic. Round 1. Rising all the time, locks out the elbows. Slight dip on the left, but when the elbows were locked out, they were exactly at the same time. 3 wide lights, it's a good lift for Jesus. And a great start to his competition. Jesus Manuel Rodriguez Vallejo with 190 kilograms in round 1. Points to the excited crowd here, who are all towards the edge of their seats. They've been appreciative of the effort so far in round 1. It's going to get louder and louder as the weights get more and more. And I think those celebrations, and I think there's a little bit of a showman in Rodriguez Vallejo. We want to see more of that in future rounds.
25-year-old Brit Matthew Harding is making his way to the bench for the first time in his Paralympic career. He's been to the Europeans, he's been to the Commonwealths, he's been to the Worlds, but until today, he'd never been to a Paralympics. Today, that all changes. He was 8th in the up to 72 kilo category in Dubai in 2023. That was with a lift of 188, so he's up a weight class here in the 80s. And he's not long at the top table of powerlifting, you know. And he made his debut in 2021 for Great Britain. That was at the World Championships in Tbilisi. Did win gold at the Europeans in the same city in 2022. That was with a lift of 179. So he is on an upward trajectory in all that he lifts, and he opens here with 192 above him on the bar.
Start. Start.
Well, he absolutely loved that. Turn it up, he says. To the crowds, to the weights, to everything about his experience here at the Porte de la Chapelle so far. First attempt, 192 kilos. Mission accomplished for Matthew Harding.
Next in round one, representing refugee Paralympic team is Hadi Dalovish with 193. It's a very warm reception here in the Port de la Chapelle Arena by a crowd who are thoroughly into this men's up to 80 kilogram category. .37 years old, he's got plans on setting records, either here or in LA in 4 years' time. Season has been plagued by an elbow injury. Darvish in round one. And his three wide lights. It all looked rather easy, didn't it? It's 193 kilograms. I assure you it's not. But when you're built like Hadi Darvish, 193 in a power lift can be made to look easy. Well, maybe those records that he was talking about before competition, maybe they will fall. Been a relative latecomer to the sport. Started just before he turned 30. Very powerfully built individual. Perfect on the chest. And that power took over.
Kim Kyu-hoo of the Republic of Korea is striding to the bench. Age 42, hailing from Incheon. And here at his first Paralympic Games, in fact. 4 previous World Championship performances on his CV. So too, visits to the Asian Para Games. That's how to get the Port de la Chapelle Arena on your side. Coach Park Seon-jun alongside him, watching on, guiding him for this opening attempt of 202 kilos.
Start.
202, moving up and down like an elevator. Kim Kyu-hoo goes all the way to the top floor with a lift of 202 in his opening lift.
More and more weight has been added to the bar in round one, to the point where Rasoul Mohsin of Iraq has 215. This is round one. Two-time Paralympic silver medalist, Beijing and in Rio. Taking his time. Part of the Iraq team who won gold in the team event in Dubai, the World Championships last year. Individually picked up a bronze medal, as well as a bronze in the Asian Para Games. He's used to winning medals, including those two silvers in Beijing and Rio, and he's here in Paris wanting another medal. 36 years old now, 215 kilograms in round one.
Start.
Mohsin gets the 3 white lights. That's what it means to lift 215 in round one. Slight hold of the right shoulder. Even away the coach, so hopefully he's going to be okay for future lifts. We'll find out later, but for now we can all just appreciate the strength and power and celebration as well from Rasoul Mohsin. Very powerful push from the bench, and that press, superb.
Gu Xiaofei, 35-year-old from the People's Republic of China, approaches the bench, surely with just one thing and one colour on his mind: a gold at the Paralympic Games, silver in London, the same in Rio, and lightning striking a third time in silver succession in Tokyo. His best lift 3 years ago was 215. Coming out of the back of COVID. But now, here in Paris, an opening attempt of 225 kilos for Gu Xiaofei.
Start.
Hydraulic in nature, faultless in execution. Gu Xiaofei, 3 white lights, 225, on to the next lift. Quite sublime from the 3-time silver medalist. He took the sport up in 2005 at school in Nanjing, and now he has risen to the very top of the sport. Look at the control, the power, the swiftness with which the bar rose. So much more to come from him.
Here comes the reigning Paralympic champion, representing the Islamic Republic of Iran, Ruhollah Rostami. with 230 kilograms on the bar in round one. Extraordinary weight. This is 10 kilograms below the Paralympic record, 11 below the world record, which he set 3 years ago in Bangkok. Lifted 234 kilograms when winning the Paralympic title in Tokyo. He's the reigning world champion as well, with 232 last year in Dubai. Lifted that with an injury as well. 230 for the reigning Paralympic champion in round one. Well, the press was extraordinary. It's a good lift, measured down to the chest, and then all of a sudden, extreme power. Very quick as well. But as well as speed, there was power, but it was measured power as well. Locking out the elbows at the same time. And Ruhala Rostami is the man they all have to beat. 230 kilograms in round one and sits at the top of the tree straight away. The defending champion is here in Paris, and he means business. He leads the way after the first round. Ruhala Rostami.
Confirmation that Rostami is leading the way from Chateau and Moshan. 15 kilos separating those bronze, silver and gold would-be medalists. Ailton Bento de Souza is returning to register his first lift of the competition. The only one to come away with a no lift, a Brazilian. .187 was his target on the first lift. 187 will be the target on his second. A reminder that 182 is what he achieved at the Tokyo Games when claiming 8th position. Training out of Club Condissal Futuro, back home in Brazil. And he has the help and the words of coach Felipe Aida alongside him. Did he lose control at the last gasp once again? Yes, he did. A similar story where he was in command and then just in the final moments, the right arm accelerating faster than the left. Now, you can go up in any manner you wish. I think an alteration in the laws has meant that you can even walk the bar up, go left, right, left, right. The key thing the referees are looking for is that simultaneous lockout and the bar to be symmetrical. So the stop, good. Gets a bit uneven, then the power comes, it all looks good, and then the right becomes overbearing on the left, although the rat call from the referee had already come.
Adel Herveyano of the Côte d'Ivoire from Abidjan, city on the south coast of Côte d'Ivoire towards the east. "41 years old, 5th in Tokyo. He was in the up to 65, so this is a to 80 kilograms, so stepping up in weight and lifting heavier. This is attempt 2, and 190 kilograms, 186 was lifted in round 1. Trains at the National Institute of Youth and Sports in his home city. Getting himself set.
Start. Stop. Allez, la coute.
Trying to complete the press, and he can't this time. Frustration is clear to see, and well, it's a no lift this time, but in round 3 just needs that extra bit of strength just to go that little bit more. Quite sure if that bar was an inch or two higher, he would have completed the press sequence, but as it is, we'll have to wait until round 3. So still with his first round lift of 186, currently in 8th place, Abdulhervé Ano. Very careful in his, meticulous in his preparation before the lift. Big man with a huge grip on the bar. It was rising all the time, and all of a sudden came to a shuddering halt when he just needed that last extra part to lock out his elbows.
Jesus Rodriguez Vallejo of the Dominican Republic, the 35-year-old, heading out having accomplished an opening lift of 190 kilos. 197 now shall hover above him. No doubt being cheered on by his 2 children. Proud of their father for featuring at his first Paralympics. He's been on a bit of a sporting journey as Rodriguez Vallejo. Initially tried gymnastics and then wheelchair basketball until his now coach, who you can see there helping him with the straps, Maria Carvajal, she spotted some potential. She saw a gift. She swayed him to give up shooting hoops and start shifting tin. Success is the willingness to do things and do them well. That is the maxim by which Rodriguez Vallejo lives by. Can he achieve success with this second lift? He was afforded plenty of time, plenty of opportunity by not just the referee, but the spotters, who hovered in anticipation, and he just couldn't quite find the power on the left-hand side to rebalance that bar and channel the energy solely in an upward direction. No lift on the second attempt for Jesus Rodriguez Vallejo. Ridiculous amount of weight on this bar here in the Porte de la Chapelle arena. Seismic shifting, but no lift for the Dominican.
Hadi Darvish. Final preparation. Once his name's been called, the 2-minute clock starts to count down. 198 is on the bar. First round lift of 193 was made to look really easy from Hadi Darvish, representing the refugee Paralympic team here in Paris. It looked very, very easy. Nonchalantly makes his way to the bar. A few injuries over the last couple of years. Elbow injury this year. So it still affects him. A shoulder injury a couple of years ago, which took time to heal. He's now here in Paris. In round two, he's got 198 kilograms. He looked in good form in round one. Meticulous in his preparation with the grip. Round two, 198. A big roar from the crowd. It's a good lift. It's a good bar, isn't it? And Hadi Darvish. Well, that's the second 3 white lights we've seen with Hadi Darvish. A little bit more of a roar, I would say, in the 198 being lifted by Hadi. And that's the chants echoing around the Porte de la Chapelle. And Hadi Darvish has just put himself up into 5th place currently. An excellent second round lift, matching his first. The preparation was calm, and then it got rather intense when the lift. Look at that, that's extraordinary. Again, very, very smooth. I think there's plenty more to come from Darvish.
Great Britain's Matthew Harding is out for his second attempt. It all went rather swimmingly for the young Brit who's making his Paralympic debut with his first attempt. 192 was mastered. He stalks the stage and eyes up his prey. That of a steel bar loaded with weight to the tune of 198 kilos. An attempt that will see him retain 6th. But be a mass to build upon as he heads into the 3rd round. Well, he liked it. And the most important thing is all 3 referees liked it. That is a really good lift from Matthew Harding. 198 kilos, no issue for him. Unanimously approved by the referees. He stays in 6th because Hadi Darvish, who was also lifted 198 kilos, lifted it before him. So that is the hierarchy on the leaderboard when lifts are the same. Whoever lifted it first goes above the other in the table. So a bit of jockeying will take place in the 3rd round of lifts to see who will try and lift the most to hop on up the table. But it's good work from Matthew Harding in his first Paralympics.
"207 kilograms is on that very bar, and here comes Kim Gyu-ho of the Republic of Korea, acknowledging the applause. 42-year-old with a whole wealth of experience at major championships, but this is his Paralympic debut. 4th in the World Championships last year, and 4th in the Asian Para Games of a couple of years ago. Now, in round 1, lifted 202, which by a kilogram has beaten his previous major championship best in those Asian Power Games. We're up to 207 in round 2. Currently in 4th position. There's a gap between himself and the medals. Let's try and bridge that gap. This lift of 207 will go quite a long way. It seemed good. Let's see what the stop sequence was like. Yeah, the stop sequence, it went very rapidly down towards his chest and rapidly back up again. The press was fine. Did it touch his chest was the question, and well, all 3 referees said no. It seemed rather quick. Whether a challenge is going to be made, a challenge looks like it's going to be made, and it has. So a lift challenge has been submitted by his coach. It's all about the stop sequence on the chest. Touch the chest, it needs to come to a halt and then go back up again in the press. I think the first and third parts of the lift were absolutely fine. It's the stop sequence on his chest. It's unsuccessful. The jury, unanimous in their decision. Needs to be a full jury in agreement to overturn a decision, but it's a no lift, as we suspected in real time.
Iraq's Rasul Mohsin returns for his second attempt. 223 is his nominated weight, having bossed 215 in his opening lift. This would carry him, well, no further up the table, but it would solidify this bronze medal position that he has in his grasp. So often in powerlifting, it is a competition against yourself. It is a competition to extract greater power, greater depths of character throughout a competition. There will be others who are stronger. It is about what can you muster for yourself, for your own soul. 2-time silver medalist on his second lift, 223 on the bar for Rasul Mohsin.
Start.
Well, as you might imagine, the referee is taking issue with the press sequence there. The simultaneous lockout of the elbows, absent from a lift that was going very well for 90% of it. That final act, that final piece where you have to lock the arms out, not coming. He looks up longingly at the screen, wishing for a different outcome, but the signs are good for Rasul Mohsin, who has bronze in his grip, and he will return for a bigger lift in the third round.
Here comes Gu Xiaofei of the People's Republic of China. Now, he's in second place. A position which is all too familiar for Gu Xiaofei, silver medal winner in London, Rio, and in Tokyo. Throwing 3 silvers as well in the World Championship, where he has won twice. But can he win the medal that he wants here in Paris? And that's gold. 3 silvers is a extraordinary career over 3 Paralympic Games, but this in his 4th. It looks like the silver could well be secure at the moment. We're in round 2, so there's still a lot to go, a long way to go before anyone, including myself, gets ahead of themselves. So this lift of 100 and 231 indeed would lift temporarily, swing into the gold medal position. Can he complete the lift? No. The right side was willing, the left arm wasn't. Press sequence not completed. Gu Xiaofei at the moment with 225 will have his 3rd round to come, but at the moment set fair for a silver, possibly for the 4th time. Lifts to come. Gu Xiaofei fails with 231 in round 2. Acknowledging the warm applause of the crowd, who appreciated a very fine effort. It was the left side, there's the right going up, but the left struggling to follow, and he couldn't complete his lift in round 2.
The Islamic Republic of Iran's Rouhollah Rostami makes his way to the bench and invites the Porte de la Chapelle Arena to rise for him, to rise in voice, to rise in expectation. He is the world record holder. He is the gold medal leader in this competition with that opening lift of 230 kilos. And he is the man who is looking to extend that table-topping dominance by a further 4 kilos here. This will match his gold medal winning effort of Tokyo 3 years ago. A shuddering amount of weight on the bar. A second attempt for the Iranian. And Rostami delivers a lift that utterly belies the discs that are making that steel bar have a small curvature in it. That is a massive amount of weight on the bar, and he has made that look like a toothpick with a couple of olives on either end. Rouhollah Rostami dominates the bar at 2-3-4. He extends his lead at the top, and he is looking imperious here in Paris.
Ruhela Rostami leads with 234 kilograms and leads by a full 9 kilograms. So we start round number 3 with Berto de Souza of Brazil. 187 kilograms is on the bar in round 3. And that 187 is so far evaded De Silva in rounds 1 and also round 2. Can the Brazilian leave Paris with a good lift? Everyone here is hoping so. Lifted 182 in Tokyo to finish in 8th. Here's the Pan American Games champion. Steadies himself underneath what has evaded him so far here in Paris. For the 3rd time, trying to lift 187. Completes his lift. Left arm was shaking. Everybody's waiting. He gets the 3 white lights. Well done, Bento de Souza. Nobody wants to go home from Paris with 3 no lifts. And the biggest cheer of the up to 80 kilogram category so far is for Elton Bento de Silva. 3rd round lift of 187. Gets his lift there in the end. Lifts himself up into 8th place as well.
Adu Hervé Arnaud, the athlete from La Côte d'Ivoire, comes out with some additional pressure riding on those hulking shoulders of his. He has been sat in 8th position, but the lift from Ailton Bento de Souza just moments ago has shunted in 1 place down. And Adu Hervé Arnaud, who failed at 190 on his 2nd attempt, but succeeded at 186 on his first, now has 191 to send him to 7th. The man who's passionate about sport and lifting because of the strong character that it builds within one, is now called upon to deliver such character as his hands swallow the bar. And he has a 3rd and final lift of 191 kilos.
Done.
That might just do. That might just do, you know. And it does. Relief, joy, achievements. Adu Hervé Arnaud, when the pressure was on, when it was adding even more weight to that bar because of the feats of the Brazilian who'd gone before, he rises to the challenge, and so too does a bar of 191 kilos. Steamed north by the resilient, the persistent, and the determined physique Hervé Arnaud. It is 7th place for the time being for the man from La Côte d'Ivoire.
Here comes Jesus Rodriguez Vallejo, currently in 8th place for the Dominican Republic. Now 197 was a bit of an issue in round 2. So second attempt at this weight in round 3. 197, if successful, will go above Arnaud into 7th place in Paris. In terms of his individual career at major championships, this will be, and already is, with 190 in round 1, by far the heaviest weights that he has lifted. One minute to go, just taking his time. So to move into 7th place. Jesus Manuel Rodriguez Vallejo in his final round. Quickly down onto the chest. Can he complete the lift? He can't. There might have been an issue with the stop sequence anyway. It's a no lift. There was 2 for the stop sequence, as well as failing to complete the press. So there would have been an issue if he completed the lift. But he will leave Paris with a lift of 190 in round 1, and will finish in 8th place in the men's up to 80 kilogram category. Lovely applause from the crowd as well. They appreciate the efforts of all athletes. Rodriguez Vallejo, who's put on a bit of a show for them before and after, thanking the crowd. We'll finish once again in 8th with that first round lift. Very quickly down onto the chest. No stop at all on the chest. And straight back up, so even if locking out the elbows, it would have been a no lift.
Great Britain's Matthew Harding is right now locked in a duel with Hadi Darvish for 5th position. And he is making all in the Porte de la Chapelle arena await his arrival for the climax of his Paris 2024. 2 ton up on the bar for Matthew Harding, who with this lift would leap ahead of Hadi Darvish into 5th position, with the athletes representing the refugee Paralympic team to follow. It's a first Paralympics for Harding, who soaks up every last drop of the Porte de la Chapelle. He absorbs the energy. He submerges himself in the moment. And as his coach secures him to the bench, he too could secure a bit of personal history with a lift of 200 kilos and a chance of 5th at Paris 2024. There is absolutely no doubt in Matthew Harding's mind. And so too, 2 of the 3 referees required. Harding explodes off the stage in similar vein to the manner in which he exploded the bar up. That was the moment that Matthew Harding, on his first performance at the big one, the Paralympics, lifted 200 kilos. And he's moved himself into 5th.
Forward comes Hardy Darvish, refugee Paralympic team, who in my humble opinion has lifted 193 and 198 so far, with what appears to be a little bit of ease. Has looked extremely comfortable in lifting those 2 weights. Now we're up to 103. Sorry, 203 indeed. We lift 103 with one arm. This will move Darvish up to 4th position if successful at this current stage of the final round. Can the big man shift 203 kilograms? Has just looked completely at home here in this arena. Taking it all in on Paralympics debut. Getting everybody involved, his coach as well. And why not? He's got 30 seconds, he knows exactly the situation. 203, round 3. Roared on by the crowd. It's a no lift though. It's the stop sequence from both of the referees in the centre and on the right. So it was when the bar was on his chest. I must admit I was looking at his left arm as well, but Paddy Darvish waves to the crowd. A huge reception for the refugee Paralympic team member. Still time if they want to make an appeal here to the jury. Discussion being made, and they are. Well, it gives everyone an opportunity to see once again the stop sequence. So on his chest, the bar needs to touch his chest, stop, and then go again in the press. That was all fine.
16, I think so.
It was just the stop sequence on his chest from 2 of the 3 referees. And it's unsuccessful. So the no-lift decision from the referees will remain. And Hardy Darvish will remain in 6th place here in Paris, but gets an ovation normally reserved for a Paralympic champion.
Paddy Darvish representing so much more. 120 million forcibly displaced people worldwide as a member of the refugee Paralympic team. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th are confirmed. Now for 4th and bronze. Goodness me, this is some step up in weight. But these are some designs from Kim Gyu-ho of the Republic of Korea. Successful at 2:02 in his first lift, unsuccessful at 2:07 due to the stop sequence. He looked really comfortable on the press, but he's a whole 9 kilos more now. He wants the bronze medal. He wants to overtake Rasul Mohsin, who is lifting next and is lifting 226. Kim Gyu-ho, if he lifts this weight of 216 successfully, he will move into the bronze medal position. For a moment, it looked to be traveling in one direction and one direction only. It looked to be a bronze berth lift, but he hit the wall and he couldn't power through. But Kim Gyu-ho has put in 3 fine attempts, only one good, but one good enough to claim 4th here in Paris. If you keep working hard, you will reach the top, is his maxim. And he almost reached the top of that lift, but the press depowering at the crunch moment. What may have been, but what is a 4th place finish for the Korean.
So the medal places are assured for Rasul Mohsin, but it's a case of what medal he will win. So bronze is assured, and that's the place he's currently in with his opening lift of 215. Now, 223 was unsuccessful in round 2. He's now gone up to 226. So this would temporarily, at the moment, at least move him into silver medal position ahead of Guy, who then will have a lift to come. But for now, 226, Rasul Mohsin, who will be winning another medal, 2-time silver medalist, assured of a medal here. What will it be? 226 in round 3.
Start.
It's a no lift. Well, there's going to be an appeal straight away. 2 with the press sequence and also 1 referee with the stop sequence. So there's going to be an appeal. It's been lodged in record time by his coach. There's the stop. And then it will be the press sequence, which was from the referee on the right. Now this will be interesting. So again, he needs to overturn this challenge, or overturn the decision. And they have said it's unsuccessful. They maintain that it was a no lift. And Rasul Mohsin, well, he might as well has appealed it because he knows he's a medalist. It's going to be a bronze medal this time. 2 silvers before, but now here in Paris, it's a bronze medal for Rasul Mohsin. His opening lift of 215 was good enough for bronze. and two very, very narrow misses in rounds 2 and indeed round 3. But it's been another medal-winning performance from Iraq's Rasul Moshin. So that's how we are situated with 2 to go. Gris versus Rostami.
The state of play and the state of order established in truth. This is to be a mighty lift from Gu Xiaofei, 231 kilos. It'll fall short of the gold medal lift that is leading at the moment, that is that of Ruhollah Rostami, who leads with 2:34. This is for personal satisfaction. This is for the record books. This is so that come LA, when people reference back his silver medal, they say it was with a lift of 231 kilos. 1/3 and final attempt for Gu Xiaofei to add a sheen to his silver medal performance.
Start.
He was 2/3, 3/4 of the way there. But the power surge deserted him just at the last. And one attempt, one good attempt at the first time of asking will do for Gu Xiaofei, who adds yet another silver medal to his cabinet. 4 in all now across an esteemed Paralympic career. London, Rio, Tokyo, and now Paris.
One man remains, Ruhollah Rostami. He's going to be the gold medal winner here in Paris, but it's a case of what will he lift. The bar is being set, and he's increased the bar. The bar has been increased to 242 kilograms. This is an attempt to break the Paralympic record and indeed the world record. The Paralympic record of 240 back in Rio. But his own world record is 241 kilograms, set in Bangkok in 2021. So the gold is secure. And this is what we like to see, Ruhollah Rostami trying to break his own world record, knowing that he's defended his own Paralympic title. 35-year-old from the Islamic Republic of Iran will be collecting his medal shortly. Can he add shine to the gold and be a world record holder at 242 kilograms, breaking his own current mark. Ruhollah Rostami for a new world record. Completes his lift. The crowd like it. Rostami likes it. We're waiting for the referees, and they like it. The gold medal winner, Ruhollah Rostami, has broken his own world record here in Paris. A mighty lift of 242 kilograms. Well, that gold medal is going to have some shine on it now. Roars of the crowd in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena in Paris. They've witnessed a new world record in the men's up to 80 kilogram category. Shouts of delight from Rostami. All of a sudden, calm comes over the gold medal winner. A superb lift. Such a powerful individual. Keeping control of the bar on the chest. And could he complete the press? Oh, yes, he could. 242 kilograms. A perfect 3 from 3. And a new world record as well. The crowd are on their feet. An amazing competition for Ruhala Rostami. He's defended his Paralympic title. Well, he's going to go for more. He has the opportunity of doing so. Well, breaking the world record is one thing, but how about trying to do it twice in the matter of a few minutes? He's going to be given an extra minute here, so he's got 3 minutes on the clock. There's a weight of 245 being loaded for Ruhala Rostami. I think he's going to go backstage and maybe just take a second thought about whether he's going to attempt even more. The power in the press is extraordinary. So 3 minutes are on the clock. Seeing the replay, you'd imagine an extra 3 kilograms. I mean, we're talking about world records here. It looks like it might be within his capabilities here in Paris. He's got 3 minutes. The clock has started to count down.
Extraordinary, an extraordinary climax to the session here at the Porte de la Chapelle. Feast your eyes on just how heavy that bar is. A world record has been broken. The bar raised that little bit higher. And while it's racked to 245, it sounds like Ruhala Rostami has said enough's enough. One world record will do. And he won't go for the power lift. He won't go for 245. They're reluctant, aren't they? Tentative. Well, the weights are coming off now. And I think that that officially signifies that the fun is over. But what fun it's been. How can one small bench create such drama? Drama that has delivered a world record. Those are the final standings of the men's up to 80 kilo para-powerlifting competition. Bronze for Iraq's Rasul Mohsin, silver for Gu Xiaofei of China, and gold and a new world record for Iran's Ruhala Rostami.
gentlemen, the victory ceremony.
The medal ceremony for the men's up to 80 kilo class para powerlifting competition at Paris 2024.
The medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Clément Ulry, responsable national Airbnb France, Belgique et Luxembourg.
The presentation party including Mr. Clément Ulry, Airbnb County Manager for France, Belgium and Luxembourg,
Madame Dominique Hervieux,
as well as Mrs. Dominique Hervieux, Director of Culture for Paris 2024.
Paralympic Games of Paris 2024.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Irak.
Bronze medalist representing Iraq, Rasoul Mousset.
A face of joy and disbelief for the bronze medalists of a quite sensational competition. Rasoul Mousset, the 36-year-old from Baghdad, is bagging a bronze at Paris 2024, his third Paralympic medal. It is bronze for Iraq's Rasoul Mousset.
Et d'argent représentant la Chine.
Silver medalist representing People's Republic of China, Gu Xiaofei.
Gu Xiaofei knows a thing or two about making the rostrum. 4 Paralympic Games he has attended now, and 4 times he has left with a silver medal hanging around his neck. It was his opening lift that did the damage and secured silver and fended off the advances of all those behind him in the competition. It is silver for Gu Xiaofei of the People's Republic of China.
Représentant l'Iran.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Islamic Republic of Iran, Roland-Garros Stadium.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, almost doesn't quite cut it for Roland-Garros Stadium of the Islamic Republic of Iran, because it is record-breaking Rostami. A weight never lifted before in this class. 242 kilos, breaking his own existing world record. Gold medalist, Iran's Roland-Garros Stadium.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national d'Iran.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Islamic Republic of Iran. Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
The Paralympic medalists for a fabulous men's up to 80 kilo para-powerlifting final. Bronze for Iraq's Rasul Mohsin, silver for China's Gu Shaofei, and it is gold for Iran's Ruhala Rostami. And a world record stretching performance to boot. Another session of seismic shifts on the bench of the Porte de la Chapelle Arena for the para-powerlifting at Paris 2024. In the women's up to 67 kilo final, it was bronze for Brazil's Maria Costa de Castro, silver for Egypt's Fatma Elian, and gold and a new world record for China's Tan Yu Jiao. In the men's up to 80 kilos final, it was bronze for Iraq's Rasul Mohsin, silver for China's Gu Shaofei, and another world record, and gold for Iran's Ruhala Rostami. Para-powerlifting at Paris 2024.
This concludes today's session.